Hello children. In the lesson Crop Production and Management, we were learning about agricultural practices of crop production. In last class, we learnt about preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers. Today, we will be learning about the irrigation, weeding, harvesting and storage. First one is irrigation. So, water is very important for the plants to grow. Watering the plants is called as irrigation. Definition for irrigation is supply of water to crops at regular interval is called as irrigation. The amount of water for each crop varies. This irrigation can be done by traditional method as well as by modern method. First, we will know about the traditional method of irrigation. In this method, irrigation is done manually. That is, a farmer pulls water from wells by himself or by using cattles. Pump is also used. The main advantage of this method is it is cheaper, but it takes more time. The distribution of water is uneven and heavy water loss. So that is about traditional method of irrigation. Next is modern method of irrigation. The modern irrigation method helps to overcome the problems in traditional method. The modern methods are sprinkler system and drip system. First one is sprinkler system. This sprinkler system sprinkles water over the crop. So, can you see the sprinkler here? So, this sprinkle water over the crop and helps in even distribution of water. So, you can see here the sprinkler moves from left to right. So, there is even distribution of water. Here a pump generates pressure connected to the pipe. Water is sprinkled through the fine nozzle of pipe. Usually you can see this sprinkler system in the gardens. Okay. Next one is drip system. In this system, water is released drop by drop exactly at the root zone using a hose or a pipe. This method is the effective one where availability of water is less. So that is about irrigation. Okay. Next one is weeding. In an agriculture field, many other undesirable plants may grow naturally along with the main crop. These undesirable plants are called weeds. The removal of weeds is called as weeding. Farmers use many ways to remove weeds and control their growth. Some of them are mechanical methods, tillage methods, crop rotation, summer tillage, biological weed control, chemical methods and integrated weed management. So, mechanical method is the most common method in which weeds are destroyed physically. So, in the last picture you would have seen a man is picking using his hand. So, hand pulling or using hoe for removing the weed is the mechanical method of removing weed. Tillage method is one of the practical method. Here weeds are buried in soil and also exposed to sun heat by deep ploughing. Third method is crop rotation. In this method, proper rotation of crop is followed for controlling the parasitic weeds. Summer tillage is exposing the underground parts of weeds to the strong sunlight during summer months. Biological weed control method. In this, bioagents like insects and pathogens are used to control the weeds. In chemical method, the chemicals used for killing the weeds are called as the herbicides. These chemicals are mixed with water and sprayed over the crops. Integrated weed management combines different agronomic practices and herbicides used to manage the weeds. Mechanical, biological, cultural and chemical methods are included in the integrated weed management. So that is about weeding. Okay. Next one is harvesting of crops. The process of cutting and gathering a crop is called as harvesting. Different methods are used for harvesting. So some of the methods, it can be by manual harvesting or mechanical method or by machine harvesting. Okay. So first one is manual method. Harvesting the crops by hand pulling is the major method of harvesting in India. Example, groundnut. So here you can see they are taking the groundnut by hand pulling. Okay. So this is called as manual harvesting. Next one is mechanical method, that is sickle. He is having a knife, right? So that is called as a sickle. So sickle is an instrument which is used to harvest the crop. So this method is a time consuming one and it is suitable for small sized farms only. Okay. Next one is machine harvesting. It is used in large sized agricultural fields. Okay. So after harvesting, threshing and winnowing is done. Here they are doing the winnowing. Threshing is nothing but the process of separating the grain from the chaff. After threshing, winnowing is done. Winnowing is the process of separating the grain. Okay, so that is about harvesting. Next is storage of food grains. Storage is an important post-harvest technology. Grains should be preserved properly. Before storing the grains should not have any moisture content. So the grains are dried in sun before storing. The food grains are collected in gunny bags. Then it is stored in godowns. Silos are used for storage of grains. And also fumigation is done. That is, chemical vapors are sprayed to minimize the pest and insect in godown. That method is called as fumigation. The stored grains are inspected from time to time to make sure that they are free from diseases and pests. So today in the basic practices of crop production, we have learnt about irrigation, weeding, harvesting and storage of food grains. Thank you, girls.